Good evening. A major manhunt is underway tonight for a suspect police fear is armed and dangerous.
Lauren Rose is live with the details for us. Lauren, it's believed the wanted man's in the northern suburbs.
That's right, Rosanna. 47-year-old Christopher Marsh is a career criminal and is now on the run. Police say they want to bring him in for questioning over serious recent offending. They've made the rare move of releasing his mugshot and they're warning the public not to approach him. The manhunt has so far uncovered an SKS-style firearm like this one, but investigators say Marsh may still be in possession of another weapon. Anyone who knows where he is needs to contact police right away. Rosanna.
All right, thank you, Lauren. The Crows have paid tribute to inspirational captain Jordan Dawson after a bruising and emotional win over Geelong.
It was a dramatic night at Adelaide Oval with injuries, a suspension and a run-in between the Cats coach and so-called Nuffy fans.
All guts and all glory.
Obviously been through some challenging times personally and as a family, and he just continues to lead from the front. We absolutely love and adore the fella.
Still carrying the heavy weight of his brother's tragic death, Jordan Dawson put the Crows on his back, best on ground in a famous one-point victory.
Jordan Dawson has 3!
Just so grateful to get to share a field with Jordan. He's obviously a courageous leader.
He's a warrior. He's not the only one, but he incredibly just kept going.
Yeah, far out. Knew they would bring it in that third quarter, and such a good way to fight back in the last quarter.
It was a Thursday fight night. James Peatling ripping the Guernsey off Bailey Smith. Heroic debutant Hugo Hawker-Hahn, the victim of friendly fire in a bloody head clash with Toby Murray, while Geelong's coach clashed with Adelaide supporters at three-quarter time.
The fans, they're nuffies. But that's okay.
Despite those choice words, Chris Scott's main gripe was with Adelaide Oval, just as it was after claiming he was tripped at the same ground back in 2021. In 2018, then Richmond coach Damien Hardwick had a pointed message for this Crows fan.
That's a good question. This is one of the best stadiums in the world. I love it. No, it's an oversight that the coaches should have to walk through the crowd. I don't want to do it at any ground.
Despite it being a win that could kickstart Adelaide's premiership push, it has come at a cost. Soft tissue injuries have once again wreaked havoc, while Taylor Walker has been slapped with a one-game ban.
Obviously nervous when you say the MRI are going to look at it. So, yeah, as I said, there was no intention to hurt.
He'll miss next Thursday's Bulldogs blockbuster in Melbourne. Josh Money, 7 News.
Some good news for Adelaide motorists tonight, with petrol prices falling to a 3-month low.
Let's go straight to Gertie Sperling. Gert's unleaded has dropped below $1.60 a litre.
That's right, Rosanna, including here at this servo on Henley Beach Road. But given the uncertainty about how long the cheap fuel will last, motorists are being urged to get in quick, especially those heading away this long weekend. A number of outlets across Adelaide are tonight selling unleaded for $1.59, a price we haven't seen since before the US-Iran conflict broke out. But experts warn any fresh attacks in the Middle East are likely to cause a rapid price hike, and they're reminding motorists the federal government's fuel excise cuts are due to expire at the end of the month. The RAA says that'll inflict immediate price pain at the pump.
What we would be saying to motorists is that they should really be treating the fuel as though it is preparing for another 32 cents a litre on top of that from the 1st of July.
Diesel prices have stabilised too and are hovering around $2 a litre. The few motorists here tonight very wise to be taking advantage of these prices while they can. Will?
Thank you, Gertie. The driver's been arrested over a horror smash at Campbelltown that left a man fighting for life. The collision happened at the intersections of Newton and Montacute Roads on Wednesday night. The victim, a 62-year-old Glenside man, was rushed to hospital where he remains in a critical condition. The other driver, a 79-year-old man from Athelston, has been charged with causing serious harm by dangerous driving. He's lost his licence and will face court next month.
Public warnings being issued about an Adelaide builder exposed by 7 News accused of leaving homeowners with incomplete renovations.
Deanna Williams joins us live. Indeed, the complaints keep coming.
They do, Will, and tonight we can reveal the man at the centre of those complaints. Jace Henry from SOS Renovations didn't even have a builder's licence. That is the worst possible news for devastated customers and their insurance claims. It means they're likely not covered because without a licence he couldn't have taken out builder's indemnity insurance on their behalf before taking a deposit.
When people start a building contract, some of the basics they should check whether or not the builders have insurance, and builders are required to disclose that.
The number of complaints to Consumer and Business Services has jumped to 13, prompting a warning from the government watchdog to steer clear of Henry and any company he's associated with. Following an initial investigation, it says Henry advertised his business and carried out renovations without having a builder's licence and demanded to be paid larger deposits than he was allowed by law. A number of families across Adelaide have been left high and dry. At least one case, a homeowner forked out more than $50,000 with nothing but gutted rooms to show for it. Henry has since gone to ground, but the investigation is far from over.
All right, thank you, Dee. Firefighters have rescued a pet dog trapped inside a burning home in Elizabeth North. Arsonists are being blamed for the blaze that destroyed the Wammer Road property just after 3 this morning. Neighbours say a woman and her children who lived there weren't home at the time. Fire Calls investigators spent the morning sifting through the charred remains.
The Treasurer is downplaying soaring state debt, insisting $50 billion is not a lot. Tom Koutsantonis coming under fire over his budget and the burden it will leave on future generations.
Taking his budget roadshow to the North-South corridor, Tom Koutsantonis says this is what record state debt looks like. More than $1 billion in contracts flowing through the project, supporting over 300 local businesses.
The debt we're using is productive.
It'll reach $35 billion this year, climbing to $54 billion by 2030, a number that would sound the alarm for most, but not for the Treasurer.
This is not a lot of debt. This is not a lot of debt. We are carrying moderate levels of debt in comparison to the rest of the country.
27 of 28 government departments blowing their budgets in the past year. Health $741 million over, Premier and Cabinet $134 million, and tourism overrun by $85 million.
That is not fiscal responsibility. They are receiving record revenue and letting record money go out the door.
While the budget included cost of living relief for families, the opposition says businesses have been left behind, arguing record payroll tax revenue should have been used to support them.
Prices keep going up, electricity, rent, payroll tax, wages.
This Labor government just seems to be using small businesses as a cash cow to prop up the fact that it is blowing its budgets over and over again.
The Libs will hand down their budget reply on June 16. Michaela Kamarek, 7 News.